Hello everyone, good morning. I hope you all have watched the introduction lecture for SY syllabus and some important part which I have discussed in my last lecture. I myself Dr. Paritosh Rana, Assistant Professor Department of Chemistry, SDSM College Palghar. Let us start again with a new topic, new chapter, the syllabus, electrochemistry. All of you have heard this word in your 12th standard. Let me ask you some basics. What do you understand? After hearing the word electrochemistry, what is the first thing that comes in your mind? Do you remember any of the terms? Just let me know. Or just write it in a paper and see what you are remembering. Energy, electrical energy, chemical energy. Why I have showed you these two pictures? Because electrochemistry is going to deal with only these two kind of energies, electrical energy and chemical energy. I will rather say that you all have learned about law of conservation of energy. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It is transferred from one form of energy to another form, and total amount of energy in the universe always remains constant. So whenever anybody asks you what is electrochemistry, the first picture which must come to your mind is that it deals with two kind of energy, chemical energy and electrical energy, and interconversion between electrical energy to chemical energy or chemical energy to electrical energy. The only these two things are going to happen in this entire chapter, starting from your 12th standard, 11, 12 till your MSc, till you do PhD in electrochemistry. You are going to do only these two things, that is interconversion of electric into chemical and chemical into electrical. I know you might have learned this in your school days, but let's start it fresh and study in a particular manner. So whenever anybody asks what do you understand from electrochemistry, the simple answer is it deals with interconversion of or interconversion between two energies, that is electrical energy and chemical energy. Yeah, this is a very important part in this lockdown, and since your lectures are started, this plays a very vital role as far as your lectures are concerned. Battery, and I have specifically mentioned the phone battery. Oh, Duracell. This is again another example of a battery. It's raining since morning, but there is our very different situations in this rainy season. Say electricity is hampered or there is cut off. Never know what may be the reason, but if you have inverters are attached to such kind of batteries, then this is also another kind of battery. This is look like ship, but it is an old ship. You can see the surface is corroded, rusted, जंग लग गया इसको. Oh, nowadays in our college, everywhere you have seen such type of roofs. In old homes, there were not such type of roofs. They were muddy roofs, like say, or you can say in ancient word patre. Instead of patre, there was kaule. So these are the new technology roofs. In Palghar, there is or there was at a time a Friday market. Why I am saying there was? Because since last 4 months there is no such market which has there or which was organized in Palghar. And remember student, once I used to go with my mother for shopping. I saw a person selling golden ornaments, but very cheapest rate, 100 rupees, 200 rupees, 300 rupees. I thought, why these guys selling so cheap? And when we go to a goldsmith, a small piece of gold is sold for say 3,000, 5,000 rupees. और आज तो सोने का भाव it has crossed 5,000 rupees per gram. So the idea behind this is, you can see the first example, gold plated watch. Just keep these examples in your mind. We are going to discuss detail about this in this chapter. Copper plated mug, silver plated teapot, silver plated goblet, chrome plated tap. These are all examples of applications of electrochemistry. Okay. So what are we going to study in this particular chapter? Electrochemistry is going to continue in your next semester. Then if you are very much fond of chemistry, you will take chemistry. Then in your TYBSc also there is electrochemistry chapter. It is a very important chapter in our daily life also. So in this particular semester 3 chapter, what are we going to study? There are some terms, basic terms, which you must know when you are studying electrochemistry. Then we are going to discuss first Kohl-Rosch law, then applications of Kohl-Rosch law, and transport number. Syllabus is very small as far as this semester is concerned, but understanding is very, very vast. And friends, once you understood, nobody can challenge you that you cannot score marks. Okay. Let us discuss something about states. You might be thinking, Rana sir क्या पढ़ा रहे आज? But I wanted to start it from basics. It would have been live interaction, that it would have been better. But nevertheless, let us start with some basic. I will go fast. You all have learned that there are 5 states, but we could study 3 states. From our school days, we have studied solid, liquid, gaseous, and so on. And in your 11th standard, you might have learned about, say, cathode rays, then canal rays, X-rays, then tube experiment. What did people did in our ancient time? They, after the discovery of electricity, they tried to see what happens when it is in contact with solid, in liquid, and in gaseous. So let us go further. Now let us talk something about, say, solids, or rather liquid. I will discuss something about gases later on. But depending upon solid and liquid, there are 2 types of conductors: electronic conductor and electrolytic conductor, or whether electrolyte. Now you all have learned this, that solids, conductivity in solid is due to flow of electrons. As you know, most of the metal ions are good conductor of electricity. Non-metals are bad conductor of electricity. Why metals are good conductor of electricity? Because what happens that there is you have studied the structure of atom. In metals there are free electrons in their outermost orbit, so that's why they are free to move or flow. Rather in non-metals there are no such free electrons left, or rather they are highly covered, so they take electrons. Then those who conduct electricity, they are called as electronic conductors, and those who does not conduct, they are called as insulators. We have also learned about what you can say metalloids. The metalloids are a very what you can say, few, like say carbon, silicon, which has both the properties. In some conditions they show conductor property, in some conditions they show insulator property. Okay, so let's go.